In this episode, I'm going to create a Rails new application, and also I will show you how to integrate the Bootstrap framework. So let's create a new application. I'm going to my iTerm, change my directory to desktop, and create the new application. I'm going to name it my app. Now at the same time, I'm going to open a new window. To run the local server, I have to go to the same project directory. Let's see, it's already been installed. Now we can run Rails server, and I am going to change my working directory to this project and open all the files inside my VS Code. Right, full screen. Seems like my Rails server has already been working. So let's check our application whether it's running or not. Localhost 3000 port. Okay, so our app is running. Now what I want to do is, at first I want to track all my files under the version revision, under the revision control. You don't need to do this. I'm going to do this, you just watch. Later I will make another video series for the version control, the Git and the GitHub. Right. So what I want to do is, I want to generate a new controller at first, so that I can set it for the home controller and for the root page. So let's create a new controller, the home controller and its index action. Sometimes it may take a long time. Okay, refresh our application. No changes here. So what we have to do is, we have to go to our routes file and we have to change our home directory. Now I'm going to my routes, and what we can see is we have a GET request for the home controller and its index action. You can also see all the possible routes from the console. Just type Rails routes. Here you will be shown all the possible routes that are available to use for your application. Also you can change routes, you can add different routes by tweaking some of the features. Later videos I will show you. Alright, so you can see from here the home index is GET request. So home is the controller and index is its action. Whenever we want to go to the URL like /home/index, home is the controller and the index is action. Now it's user, you can see that it's showing. But if we go back to our home root file, then we cannot get rid of this file. So how can we get rid of this file? We have to set it to root page. We don't need this GET request from here. Just set the root here. One thing you have to do is we have to use the pound symbol rather than the forward slash, because pound symbol means the method. Home is my controller and index is the method. Where is it? Let me show you. Go to the app folder and go to the controllers folder, and here is the file home controller. We have created the home controller, which one is inherited from the application controller, and we have defined all our actions here, def index, and we also can define other options as well, but right now I just need the index action. Alright, close these files. Now refresh our pages. We're in the home index file. This is how we can change our root routes. Okay, so now our aim is to integrate Bootstrap with our application. So how can we do this? In order to use the Bootstrap, we have some dependency. So let's go to our gem file, rubygems.org. We have to use jQuery Rails because Bootstrap depends on jQuery. So search the jQuery Rails gem, grab the gem version and navigate to our gem file. We can paste it anywhere in the file, but I just want to paste it underneath all the files. Okay, one more file. Since we are using Bootstrap, we have to use the Bootstrap dependency also. Now grab the Bootstrap, copy from here, go to our editor, paste here, and now we have to run the bundle install to install Bootstrap and jQuery Rails. You can use bundle or bundle install. I prefer bundle. Now it will take some time to install. Meanwhile, I want to go to the documentation of the Bootstrap. Here you will see I am going to my home page. It will redirect me to the GitHub pages where they has already hosted their files. So here is shown the installation process for the Ruby on Rails 4+. I means currently I'm using Rails 5, so I can use this. We have already added the gem in our gem file. Now we have to import Bootstrap in our custom style sheet. I mean the default style sheet. So where is it? I'm going to assets, style sheets, application.css. We can use Sass. So I'm using the Sass extensions, I mean CSS. We don't want to use just the plain CSS. We also want to use Sass. So remove all the files, unnecessary files, and put it here, import, close the file. And I also have some JavaScript files. So copy, go to the JavaScript application.js, and right before the required jQuery Rails, just put it here. Now keep in mind that this file application.js is very sensitive. You have to put all the requirements or all the includes files above the required tree, so that Rails can easily track it and Rails can easily put it on the assets pipeline. Alright, so close it. Since we have installed the jQuery Rails and Bootstrap, we have to restart our Rails server. So restart Rails server, Ctrl+C to exit, and again Rails S to start again. Yeah, it's already running. Now we can refresh our pages. All the style will be changing because of Bootstrap is going to take effect. Give some time and take it slowly. I don't like to work in gear 1. I like to work in gear 6 actually. That's why I will be using Emmet for the HTML marking up. You guys can use the manual way, no problem here. So here you see everything is going to change. All right, now I'm going to my application.html file. We have already included the Bootstrap and jQuery Rails, so here we can easily use the Bootstrap. What I want to do is I want to show you how can I use the Bootstrap navigation. So I'm going to the Bootstrap websites, go to the Get Started button, navigate to the components section, scroll down, and here is the navbar. I want to use the navbar in our application to show you guys how to use it. So I'm going to copy all the snippets from here, and into my views directory I want to create a new folder called shared, and inside the folder I want to create a new file. This will be a partial file so that I can include it anywhere inside my application. So navbar.html.erb, and paste all the codes here. Just close it and now go to the application.html.erb, and here we want to render our partial. So render shared navbar. All right, so now go to our application and refresh. Here we go, here is our navbar. Now the navbar is not looking so good, right? So we may want to use some extra padding from the both side, left side and right side. You already know how to use this, but I'm just for your reference I'm going to show you how to do this. So here what we can do, we can use container, save it and refresh. See, now it's looking a little bit good. So what if we want to change the navbar color? Right now it's the light navbar, so we want to change it to the dark navbar. Pretty much easy to do this. I just want to change the dark navbar dark, bg dark. Save it and refresh. Here we get the navbar. Now how can we change this template? It's very easy. I want to show you with a basic form how I am going to use the basic form. So I'm going to the Bootstrap website again. I'm very lazy, I don't want to write all the codes, since we can easily scaffold from here. Here is the form. So what form? Alright, so I want to grab this basic form. Now I'm going to my home directory, index. I want to put my files here. So let's say create a container at first. Take a row and then take also column LG8. You can use medium size or extra small size or whatever size you prefer. I'm going to use large size. So here I will paste all of my codes. So now refresh. Here is my form. Actually I want to center this form, so just use justify content center, and also I want to add some style, inline style, margin top, let's say it's 10 vertical height. Refresh. Not so looking bad. Alright, actually Bootstrap uses the flexbox methodology, I mean the flexbox property of the CSS.